Settle in comfortably tonight, because I'm about to take you into the heart of one of the greatest maritime mysteries in history. A story so strange it feels like it came straight out of a novel, yet it's entirely documented in the official archives of Gibraltar and in sworn testimonies from seasoned sailors. On the 4th of December 1872, off the Azores, Captain David Reed Morehouse of the brig de Gracia spotted a familiar ship on the horizon. It was the Mary Celeste, which had left New York a week before him. But something was wrong. The ship was sailing erratically, and no one responded to signals. When his men boarded her, they witnessed a sight that would haunt them for life. The ship was intact, the cargo untouched, but the 10 people on board had simply vanished. It all began on the 7th of November, 1872, when the Mary Celeste departed from New York under the command of Captain Benjamin Spooner Briggs, aged 37. An experienced sailor, Briggs was traveling with his wife, Sarah Elizabeth, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia. 7 crew members completed the voyage: Albert Richardson, first mate; Andrew Gilling, second mate; Edward Head and Gottlieb Goodshod, German seamen; Arian and Bas Lorenzen, Danish brothers; and Volkert Lorenzen. Their cargo consisted of 1,701 barrels of denatured alcohol, valued at $46,000, bound for Genoa. The ship, a 282-ton brigantine, was in perfect condition. Before departure, Briggs wrote to his mother, "Our vessel is in splendid condition, and I hope we shall have a fine passage." Those words would be the last she would ever receive from her son. At 1 p.m., on the 4th of December 1872, Captain Morehouse of the de Gracia spotted the Mary Celeste drifting between the Azores and Portugal. His first mate, Oliver Devoe, later testified. The vessel was about 6 miles off, sailing very unsteadily now on the starboard tack, then on the port. Morehouse knew Briggs well. They had dined together in New York before their respective departures. Concerned, he sent Devoe and John Wright to board the ship. What they found defied comprehension. The vessel was deserted but in perfect sailing condition. The last entry in the ship's logbook was dated November 25 at 5 a.m., noting only their position near the island of Santa Maria in the Azores. The inspection revealed troubling details. The captain's cabin was untouched. His wife's and daughter's clothes were neatly folded. His valuables were in place. Even his harmonium stood undisturbed. In the galley, a half-cooked egg still sat in the pan. The cargo of alcohol was intact. Only 9 of the 1,701 barrels had been slightly damaged. Yet, some details were alarming. The lifeboat was missing. The rudder's rope had been cleanly cut, and 3 feet of water had accumulated in the hold. The sails were partly torn, as if the ship had faced a storm or something else. On December 13, the Mary Celeste arrived in Gibraltar, towed by part of the de Gratia's crew. Frederick Flood, Attorney General of Gibraltar, opened an official inquiry on December 17. All witnesses were questioned under oath. Theories abounded: mutiny, piracy, insurance fraud, explosion of alcohol fumes. Forensic experts reported traces of blood on the deck and on the captain's sword, but chemical analysis in 1872 couldn't determine whether it was human or animal blood. Dr. J. Patron, physician of Gibraltar, testified that the stains might have come from fruit or red wine. With no conclusive evidence, speculation ran wild. Some believed an explosion of alcohol vapors had frightened the crew into abandoning ship. Others spoke of a pirate attack or a bloody mutiny. The most plausible theory holds that alcohol vapors built up in the hold, creating a risk of explosion. In panic, Briggs may have ordered a temporary evacuation into the lifeboat, tied to the ship by a rope. The line might have broken during a storm, leaving the 10 souls adrift, lost forever in the open sea. In March 1873, The Gibraltar court delivered its verdict. No evidence of crime, but the mystery remained unsolved. The Mary Celeste eventually returned to sea, yet her cursed reputation followed her. In 1885, her final owner, Gilman C. Parker, deliberately wrecked her off Haiti in an attempt at insurance fraud. The ship ended her days on a reef, taking her secrets with her. Even today, 152 years later, no satisfactory explanation has ever been found. The bodies of Benjamin Briggs, his family, and his crew were never recovered. Their disappearance remains one of the most haunting maritime enigmas in history. So tonight, as you close your eyes, imagine that ghost ship drifting endlessly across the oceans of our collective memory, a silent reminder that the sea still keeps its darkest secrets,